excited to be back and talking to you all. Today I am going to be doing a long overdue nail care session for my hands. So let me just grab the stuff. I should have had this out beforehand, but I did not think about it too much just because I was so excited to start the video, honestly. Okay. I did just get back from, I knew that was gonna go over. Oh, that is so annoying. Okay. I have been storing this Dollar Tree nail polish remover standing up because I was afraid of it leaking. And I was like, you know what? You're freaking out for nothing. It's not gonna leak. They're like meant to be stored in all sorts of ways. And I opened the drawer up literally right now, and it has leaked all over the drawer. So that's a super duper fun surprise. So I will just keep this off to the side on the towel, just so it doesn't get all over everything. Ugh, that's so annoying. Okay. Yeah, so I just got back from traveling. My nails are like demolished because I was like camping, and I was also wearing press-on nails because I'm super duper smart. So I ended up like ripping them off without properly removing them, obviously. And so like not only are my nails like somewhat disgusting, they also have like a lot of like tear marks. I don't know if that makes any sense. Here, let me turn on my light just so I can see a little bit better. I love like having a nice light to do my nails. I feel like it's a lot more satisfying. So I just used the Blue Cross cuticle remover. I feel like everyone uses this. I don't know. I just feel like this is like the most basic cuticle remover. And then I always like to push back my nails. Honestly, I've done my cuticles quite a bit recently, so they don't need too much. It's just going to be kind of getting that like extra fluff off. And typically I will not cut my cuticles unless they like really are overgrown. I try and just like push back and kind of like use the cuticle remover to like scrape off any kind of like extras. Typically they don't need to be cut for a while, and honestly if I cut them too often I end up just like having all these random cuts on my nails anyways, so it's just like better to not do it because they'll look great for like 2 seconds and then the next day I'll just have like peeling skin all over like my cuticle area, and I won't know until it's too late, and then I'm just dealing with like picking at my skin for like a week at least. And then I usually end up like picking and peeling it off, and that is never good on many different levels. So yeah, anyways, I hope everyone's having a really good weekend. I'm hoping to get more consistent, like I say in every single video, but finally moved. I'm like settled in, finally. And I was taking a certification course that I just turned my final in for. So I'm hoping to have a little bit more extra time outside of work to film a little bit more regularly, but I understand that I probably say that in every single one of my videos, so we'll believe it when we see it, right? But for now, needed to do my nails, so that's what we're doing. And we're double tasking right now because I'm soaking my feet to do my toenails right after this, which unfortunately I cannot film for obvious reasons. Okay, this side is done. I hate doing my nails because I just feel like the other side is never as good. I can never be as thorough with my right hand as I am with my left hand because I am right-handed. And so doing anything with like my non-dominant hand, I'm just it's not as good and I don't like it. And it's honestly kind of annoying because I feel like your dominant hand takes the most beating anyways. Like in life, I'm like super rough with my hands and my fingernails, but like especially my dominant hand. And you can notice like when I have my nails done, the nails that begin to break and chip and pop off are my right hand because I'm obviously doing more with my right hand than I am with my left hand. So anyways, it's a cruel, cruel world. Okay. Next, I'm just gonna do, honestly, like, let's see if I have, no, I don't have a buffer anymore. Okay, that's fine. Okay, next, I'm gonna take some nail polish remover because, I had nail glue on, and honestly, it's like still kind of there. Like there are still chunks of nail glue, and I understand that probably nail polish remover isn't the best way to get it off, but I just kind of want to do a quick once over just to kind of make sure that everything is good. And just as like a disclaimer, I guess, I don't really know if it has to be one, but I don't shape my nails. I literally just cut them, and then they grow out to be kind of rounded anyways. I don't know if you want to see these close up, but to me it's like not worth the time and effort to perfectly shape my fingernails, so I just use one of these guys. I used to have these same nail clippers like from God, I don't know, like from the time I independently cut my fingernails, which was probably like maybe around 6, 7, 8 years old, right? I had the same nail clippers the whole entire time, and then I finally got new ones and I was like, oh, this is like what using sharp nail clippers feels like. I like forgot because I had just been using like the same really, really old dull ones for so long. I was like, wow, this is so easy, so nice. I prefer to have my nails shorter because they're easier to wash, to keep clean. I cook and I clean a lot and often, and I don't usually wear gloves, which maybe I should, but short nails are just easier for all of that stuff. I'm also just naturally just like, I'm just doing stuff, man. Like, I don't know
how people are always operating with acrylics. Like, I love having long nails. It's so fun. But I feel like it's like, oh, like, it feels like a vacation from like normal life, because some of like my regular day activities I just save for when I don't have long nails anymore. And I don't understand how people consistently have long nails. But again, I love having them. I feel like they make me feel really feminine and pretty and super fun to have them. I just feel like it's just not for me. It's just not my journey. I don't know. I don't know if anyone feels the same way. I totally wish that it was, because I, again, think they're super pretty. Make me feel like very confident. Just not for me, I guess. Okay. So we are going to give these like a quick little coat of paint, of nail polish. So here are the two nail polishes I'm going to use. This is a top coat, and then this is it's 10 Sheer Fantasy. This is the Essie Gel Couture. So not gel nail polishes, just normal nail polishes meant to be like gel-like. I love these. When I apply them like right, people literally think that I do have gel on. So love these. I love the sheer just for my fingernails, because when it starts to actually chip, it's not a problem, because like it blends in with my nail and it doesn't bother me as much. I'm a person where like if things start to chip, I will literally like lose my mind and like rip things off and destroy my nails trying to like get them to be bare again, just so I'm not like annoyed. It's like the only thing I can think about once they're chipped. So this helps. And because my nails are like destroyed from me ripping press-ons off, I need like a little cover over all the nail damage this week. So I'm literally just gonna do one layer of this again, just to like cover up the damage. And something else that I really like about this applicator is that it's like very wide, and another great thing about this polish is that it is super quick drying, and it also like evens itself out, if that makes sense. Like, it will not be bumpy at all. It like settles very easily, and so it's just really easy application. I've always had trouble with like even application, especially from like my right hand to my left hand. This is the only nail polish that has like honestly really worked for me in that aspect. Like, I feel really comfortable painting my nails, and especially with this like sheer color, and like whatever, don't even care where this goes. But like when I am painting with like a more vibrant color, it's really not a problem. And I never have any issues with like my cuticles or it spilling over to the sides. Like, it's just fab. I don't know. I love this stuff. I hope other people like, I'm not the only one, because I just feel like it's just so like underrated. Sorry, now I'm like focused because it's my non-dominant hand. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Extra brain power is needed for this. Again, it's really quick drying, so like once I'm done, I could probably put the top coat over or start, but I don't really want to. I want to like make sure that it's like dry, because again, like once my nails are done, I'm like back to my normal schedule. I am not restricted. something that really bothers me about doing my nails is that it feels like it's like the whole day, like, again, revolves around you doing your nails. And then like you can't do your like activities are limited because your nails are still drying. And like I have tried gel or actual gel before. It's great. It's just one of those things that I don't want to pay for. I don't feel like when I go in to the nail salon, I don't really ever have like a good experience on many different levels. It's out of budget for me, and I also don't like the UV lights. Like, I don't want to use that all the time. So even if I were to like do at-home gel, I still wouldn't want to do it just because I don't like the UV light aspect of it. So yeah, that's just my take on the matter. I finished Bridgerton. I literally watched, I didn't even ever get through, I didn't even start season 2 when it came out, and so when season 3 came out, I was like, okay, like, time to kind of start from the beginning, because like obviously 3 isn't gonna make any sense if I didn't watch 2. So I was like, okay, like, it's time. And so I went through, watched 2, just finished 3 today. Fabulous. It's just a fun show. I love like period drama kind of things, but I also really have trouble. I need like the things that I watch to be like lighthearted. I struggle with darker content, and a lot of times, obviously, historically accurate period dramas have like scary stuff happen, they have bad stuff happen, and like Bridgerton is like, for the most part, I would say like pretty light. Yeah, so and it's obviously not at all historically accurate. So yeah. I really liked it. I'm excited for the other half of it to come out. It was honestly, I don't know if I just like didn't remember the first season, but it was like a little bit more steamy than I remember it being. Yeah. So anyways, liked that. Honestly, a lot of the movies that have come out on streaming have not been my fave, and I'm like not a super hypercritical person, and I love a good rom-com. Like, I'm not a rom-com hater at all, but like Anyone But You, and then Mother of the Bride was so terrible. And I was like, is it, I don't even remember who it was. It wasn't Julia Roberts. It was Brooke Shields, was the mom? And then the girl from iCarly as the daughter. Wild casting, by the way. I was like, who? Do these women look related? Because I did not agree with that casting choice. And like on top of that, the writing was just like so bad. It was just so bad. Like, there were multiple times, like honestly, like throughout the movie, where I was just like, it was very like Hallmark movie kind of script. Like, some of it just like didn't make any sense. It didn't sound like the character would say that, or would say that it like that way or naturally. I don't know. yeah, so I guess I'm like a rom-com lover. I definitely have trouble watching Hallmark-esque movies because it's just like, I don't know, the writing is like a little bit cringy, and like I'm not, again, I don't know, I feel conflicted because I feel like normally I'm like not like, I don't know, like I don't need things to be like super serious or super professional all the time, but those movies are just like objectively bad. So I've been a little bit disappointed with that, honestly. But yeah, I've like had a really kind of like relaxing day other than turning in my final. That's done. And so I kind of felt like, you know, like since I turned that in, I just wanted to have a somewhat relaxing day where I could just do kind of what I wanted. Like I still did a lot of the stuff that I needed to get done, but I didn't really want to feel like I was forcing myself to do anything because like I just feel like it's a special day for me. Yeah, and I feel that it's important, even if it's something smaller like this, it's really important to give yourself a pat on the back, and just, you know, celebrate yourself a little bit. So that's what I'm doing, and I guess a little part of that was like doing my nails just so they didn't feel disgusting anymore, but most of it was just working out, eating a really great dinner, having a little dessert, watching shows. Ooh, another show that I have been watching on, I think it got moved to Netflix. I don't know, am I allowed to say it on, I feel like, yeah, I feel like that's not, I'm like, I never know like what the actual restrictions are. But I've been watching Sex and the City on Netflix, and I had been watching it, I think it was on HBO Max previously, and then it got moved to Netflix. But that was super good. I've already watched it all the way through. I honestly feel like I did it like really well. Like I started Sex and the City for the first time ever, season 1, watched it all the way through, and then I watched all of the movies in order. And I feel like I was really lucky to like have all that content at my fingertips all at the same time. I think that's when HBO Max had it, like they had all the franchise stuff all together. And so watched it all the way through. Amazing. Like, oh, and then I started, after the movies, I started the reboot, the And Just Like That one. Didn't get very far in that, but I feel like maybe now that I'm watching the series through again, I'm gonna be able to kind of like stomach the reboot a little bit more, but we'll see. So yeah, I've really been enjoying that, so I'm watching that through a second time. Honestly, it just like doesn't get old. It's kind of like it has like the rewatchability like Gossip Girl does for me. I love that show so much. I don't know, both of them are just like problematic, but like just like very like comfort shows. They're like girly and fun, and I don't know, they're just fun. And like I feel like I probably mentioned that on my channel before. It's like I just like I'm not able to stomach a lot of negative content anymore. I just feel like there's like enough going on in the world that like we don't need to create more negativity in a lot of ways, because a lot of negative events and things are happening every single day out in the real world. So why not kind of escape a little bit? I don't know. I feel like people have really conflicting opinions on that. But anyways, I'm using this Solmar cuticle oil stick. It comes in like a huge pack on Amazon. Honestly, I really like it. They all came in like a pack with different scents. I think this one is supposed to be cherry blossom. I could be wrong. But I'm a big fan of cuticle oil. Like, I know these look a little silly right now just because there's so much. But I like just kind of putting it all over. I'm just kind of sitting and like chatting with you guys, so I'm not really going anywhere. So might as well kind of lay it on a little bit thicker. One of my favorite things to do at work is to oil my cuticles. Just if I'm like talking to someone kind of absent-mindedly, I'll be doing my cuticle oil, putting on hand lotion, all that stuff. Because it's like you're already kind of stepping away from your computer to talk, and like, why not, you know? And then you like return back to your computer and you're feeling nice and fresh and maintained. Something that I am trying really hard with is like the idea of like maintenance and maintenance tasks or beauty tasks that really don't make a difference to other people, but they make a huge difference to me. And so that's something that I've really been kind of thinking about and like struggling with a little bit, is like I tend to not want to do things that won't make a difference either way in reality, but like will make a difference in like how I feel, how I move through my day, how I kind of perceive myself. And I don't really mean that in like, I don't know, I feel like that sounds really negative, but I feel that a lot of things that I deal with, especially like mental health wise, a lot of it is just like a game that I play with myself to kind of trick myself into having more good days than bad days. And part of that is doing kind of like those little things that help you hold yourself differently in the world. I'm not sure if that makes any sense. But anyways, now that we're here, I don't know if this is like super horrible to do. I don't have any lotions, so I'm gonna use this hair oil, the argan oil and Moroccan oil. I don't know. This stuff is like way super strong for my hair. It's great and it smells really good, but again, it's like if you have fine hair, it will make your hair look greasy in like 2 seconds if you put too much on. So dang, I wish I brought in some lotion. I was not thinking. So yeah, these are like my little nails after they've been revitalized. Again, like they're not life-changing. They're not changing the game, but like it makes a difference to me. They look a lot better than they did before. I think there is some truth in people saying that nails tell you a lot about a person, the way that they keep up their nails. I think having really well kept nails and good looking nails up close is like something that I strive for. And oftentimes that comes with getting regular manicures, which like I would love to do. I just don't see that for me anytime soon. So this is kind of what I do at home to make myself feel a little bit better, maintaining some softness and, you know, making myself feel a little bit fancier. But I'm still able to, you know, do all the things that I usually do. Short nail activities, you know. Okay, so that is it for today. Probably gonna make a hair video next. Fiona has been through it in her moving box, so she definitely needs a good brush revitalization session at least. And yeah, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you all later, and if there's anything that you'd like to see, feel free to comment down below.